This is your first day on planet Earth, cut from your armor, plucked from the turf, the wildest of weather we've both come through. Injuries hushed when beholding you. I am to be your stone, keeper and truth, burning the light that encompasses you. Won't always have the answer, but I wish to always be here on standby. This is new heartache, this yearning for the wisdom to raise a courageous girl. I was never a fighter until there was you. I'm in fear of the world that you're heading into, where life can be unkind, may kindness be you. A hand on the heart of all that you do. One day you'll reel in your anchor, you'll drift absent from my harbor. I'll stand by, and I'll have to let you go. This is your first day on planet Earth.
Do you think it's got easier for professional musicians like yourselves to be professional, to make music and to stay in Ireland, particularly in somewhere like Bangor?
I think probably the process has got easier in terms of the technology and how accessible that is to all artists, and that has changed the world over, where you can now make a record without needing to have a humongous budget for studios or or travel to London to record. I mean, when I started, that was kind of
The norm.
The norm, and that has very much changed. And I think that although, and it is easier now, of course, to release things. You don't need a label to put something on Spotify or on iTunes, but we're all very aware as well of the downside of that technology, that has kind of meant that artists do struggle to make the same kind of revenue streams or whatever now that they maybe did make. On the other end, I think it is easy to make records, but we still need to work on kind of how that all gets administered and support networks that help artists that way too, which is good for why we have things like the Courthouse here now. And these things are absolutely essential to the growth of the arts sector for young musicians as well. I sometimes feel lucky that I'm a bit older and kind of had a wee bit more experience maybe at a time when there was plenty more things happening, but now it's nice to have a hub for people to work in now here for younger artists. I worry that we'll lose a generation if they don't get the support now, so.
Talking of the creativity and creating art, one of our strap lines, I suppose, for quite a few years has been, for Open House Festival, creating a creative town. Do you, in being drawn here, and you haven't been born and brought up here, do you think Bangor is a creative town?
Kind of hard to say. I'd find it is a creative town, sort of all round in terms of visual artists and poets and writers and a lot of people are kind of inspired by, I think, living by the coast as well. And that's I think being in a nice coastal town will draw artists from all over the place to live here. And I know it has, even musician friends, who's moved over from London to be here. So yes, I think it is very creative. I do think there could be more, for younger creatives, more in terms of entrepreneurs as well, just even other creative businesses to actually start up and be able to afford to start up in this town. More could be done, and hopefully it will, with the renovation of here, and then hopefully the regeneration of the marina and everything will actually create more spaces for say not even younger, but even just maybe the word newer is better, newer artists, because people are turning to art at different ages.
Also, traditionally, there's always been areas that have become hives for art because of maybe just cheaper overheads or lesser kind of. You can take the sort of revolution in Berlin recently, where so many artists moved there. What we touched on earlier on, the kind of decentralisation of London to, seaside towns as well. They're all moving out, kind of Bristol and Margate and towns that are kind of outside the city again. And people are setting up recording studios and things in completely different places. London's no longer really the centre of recording as it used to be, and that's true for the visual arts as well. So I think so also kind of taking away risk it means really creating that kind of support network, and I think that's the thing, and that's where buildings like this come in. And I think that situated right here on the sea, it's a perfect kind of place to kind of create that kind of thing. And it can be as simple for young artists starting out. They just need to feel that it's okay to do those things.
Well, thanks very much. Could talk forever.
Great, thanks.
And hopefully we'll have you back to actually do a full live show whenever the courthouse is fully restored and developed and
amazing.
Doors are open.
Look forward to it.
Thank you.
As the blanket settles into the foggy night, almost black and white, the globe lights are glowing around the port. The briny traveling back in time, for I am trying not to wake, penning up the moon, but it's fading. Cinematic daydream. I wish that I could stay in